Big AC fans know why I'm sipping out of a mug to start this video, and if you don't know why, well, you're about to find out. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Even my villager in-game is reading the interwebs because there's so much going on. New characters and new buildings are being teased by in-game villagers, and that's why I call this news and not rumors, because we're not talking about some random internet forum poster. We're talking about Clay, and we're talking about Maddie, and we're talking about Fang over here trying to tell us what is coming to the game. Now, last time we talked about Red, and today we're talking about Brewster. So if you guys enjoy the video and are pumped for these characters to come to Animal Crossing New Horizons, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below your favorite warm drink. Are you a fan of hot chocolate? Are you a fan of coffee? Are you a fan of tea? Brewster can make those possible for you. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty and show you the scene where Clay talks about Brewster and where Maddie talks about Brewster, let me take you into the wardrobe. I like to do this, see what we got going on for today. I'm rocking this like pirate outfit kind of, but I'd love like an eye patch. So let's see, what else we got in here? Isabelle is back with another freaking sweet day of gear. Check out this awesome limited edition AC inspired merch. We got long sleeves with resources on the sleeves, hoodies with freaking DIY cards, and more goodies, ore and branches and fruit on the sleeves. We got a secret shop tee. These are available for 2 weeks only. Link in the description down below. You can get yours now, and 100% of all proceeds goes to COVID-19 relief. We're working with New York City to help bring some extra money and extra support to those who are struggling, doctors, hospital workers, and elderly. Me and Isabelle teamed up to make this happen. I hope you guys are excited about it. If you want to see the shirts, check them out in the description down below. They're available for 2 weeks only. So now you can rock AC while you play AC and while you wait for Brewster, who is coming according to Clay. Let's talk about Clay and Slice of CY on Twitter. They had this interesting interaction with Clay late at night, and we gotta show it to you. Roll the tape. Clay is having a conversation with Cheryl, and Clay says, "I'm still wide awake. I guess Brewster was right. 17 cups of coffee is 3 too many." Now, Clay may be off on his coffee count, but I do not believe he is wrong about Brewster, because Nintendo has promised new updates via downloadable patches to keep the time travelers at bay and make sure they don't have access to all the goodies coming throughout the year. And we know Brewster is a big deal in the franchise. If you don't know, Brewster runs The Roost. It is a coffee shop. You can get coffee. You can sit and sip with other villagers. You can work there. He might be in the museum with Blathers. We'll talk more. But Brewster also, and this is a little nuance, but Brewster also is in orange. So this isn't just referencing like a past character, a memory. It's highlighting a special character with their own colors. So I really believe Brewster is on their way. Now, Maddie also had this to say. It's in French, comes from Castle and S on Twitter. But translated, Maddie says, "Imagine you go to the Roost and there's no one. Now you only have to get a drink with Brewster." Again, a reference to Robusto, our Brewster friend, and the Roost directly in a special color. This is not just saying like, oh, remember the Roost. This is saying, dude, the Roost is on its way. Now, where will the Roost be, and what will the Roost have, and when will it come? We know Nintendo is promising a pretty substantial update late April. We think that Earth Day and Leaf are going to be the focal point, but could the Roost add itself in there? Now, I think that the Roost will probably be in Blathers Museum, but there's also been speculation that Red's art gallery will be in Blathers Museum. We know that art and museums fits. There's this stairway to nowhere here. What goes on this upper floor? Now, I do want to remind you that yesterday we found that Fang, via Sylvidia on Twitter, is talking about Red. "Hey kiddo, what do you want? Can't say I know much about art, but I like that there's some in the museum here for me to gawk at." No, there isn't, Fang. There's no art in the museum, unless you're going to call these interesting golden plaques art, or unless you're going to call Blather's beautiful face and his lovely chest art. There's no art, which means Red is most likely going to take up home with Blathers in the museum. So where does that leave Brewster? Perhaps Brewster will get his own shop. Now, I was looking around the island and trying to think how many shops could honestly fit, because the museum has a pretty big footprint. Able Sisters, a smaller footprint, but there's no way that a coffee shop is going in a clothing store. Could Nook's Cranny get a side edition? It kind of looks like a coffee shop. It's got that front window street appeal, but it also has a big sign and it feels like its own building. You've got resident services over here, another big footprint. Could there be a side store inside of here? Could they just add a door? They could, but it also doesn't feel right given the fact that we're sitting here with the plaza. I don't know, it's just perfectly aligned and makes sense. Thanks for the present from this guy. So Brewster probably gets his own shop. Now, how many shops can you add to a game where people are customizing their island and terraforming and putting up 10 villager houses and tents for other residents? You still have room. Look at this island. Yes, there are trees, and yes, there is beach, but I think there's plenty of room for a couple more. We got a lot of space here. And one of the best parts about Animal Crossing is creating that density. And a lot of players have done that themselves by making really wonderful islands. And if Brewster does get his own shop, you're gonna have to rework stuff, but maybe that's part of the plan. Maybe that's part of the fun, is requiring you to rework as you go to keep this game going. Now, if you're still not convinced about Red and Brewster, I have one more interesting point to show you. Isabelle herself. If you don't trust Clay and you don't trust Fang, will you trust Isabelle? Isabelle said, I need more shops. There's only 2 we can get. This comes from Lazy Dog Villager on Twitter. Our latest feedback suggests that a lot of folks would like to see some more development on the island. You know, when you go to Isabelle and she says, hey, let me tell you what your island needs. I'll give you some feedback. If you're like at a 2-star and trying to get to a 3 or 3 to 4, you know, a lot of people judge an island based on the types and number of shops it has. So does this mean that you'll get to select which shops can be there, or rather does it mean that you need to progress through certain points of the story and complete certain quests to get Brewster to open up his shop? Because why would Isabelle say a lot of people judge you based on number of shops, and what screams development more than a wide range of storefronts if there's 2 shops and everybody has the same 2 shops pretty much across the board? Most people have Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters by now. What is Isabelle going on about? Nothing. Anyway, it's just an idea and in no way related to my own shopping habits. Goodness gracious, more development on the island, more shops, different types of shops. Guys and girls, if you don't want to believe it, that's fine. But I'm telling you, Red and Brewster are coming to the game. They're being referenced by in-game villagers. They're on the freaking My Nintendo Rewards calendar. They're being teased by Isabelle. We know Nintendo has big updates planned, and they want to ensure that non-time travelers get the best goodies as this game goes forward. They've said that the spring update in late April is going to bring new features to the game along with Earth Day. We're getting Brewster and we're getting Red. I don't know if it'll be in this April update. I'm going to cross my fingers because that would be fantastic. But it's coming and it's going to be glorious. I cannot wait to sip with Brewster. I cannot wait to work at the Roost if they allow me to. And I cannot wait to see where they place these. If they each get their own building. I saw someone say maybe Red is going to repurpose the old resident services tent instead of dude, even Iggly knows it's happening. Even Iggly knows. He's saying, Waddler, we're going to waddle straight into a whole new world of New Horizons with new characters and new buildings. I cannot freaking wait. I hope you are excited too. If you are, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below which one you want more at this point. Who you want first, Red or Brewster, the Roost or the art gallery? Let me know in the comments down below. Before we go, I got 2 more cool things for you, and the first is a clip I had to pull. Now, I'm not one to gloat, but 2 weeks ago, my friends, I talked about my most wanted updates for Animal Crossing, and I totally called it. Listen to what I had to say about big old Brewster. But I'd love to see a few more things from the mainland come to Animal Crossing, and I'd be open to any buildings they want to bring, but I'm going to highlight one that I think would be really fun and still fit the island theme oh so well. The Roost. Do you remember the Roost from past titles? The coffee shop would be an awesome addition where you could go and sip some coffee, grab some hot chocolate, hang out with your friends and drink tea, even work at the shop. Brewster is the homeboy. He's good friends with Blathers. Blathers is there because of the museum, so it just makes sense. Pretty crazy, huh? Now, the last thing I have to show you is really freaking funny. This comes from Blackie Draws on Twitter, and it's Human Nook and Human Blathers and Human Brewster. It's perfect for today. Look at this Human Nook. That really is what Nook would look like if he was your actual uncle. And then look at Blathers and freaking Brewster. Brewster is the dude. I'm telling you, whether he is a bird or a man, this dude has fashion. He's got style, he's got sense, he's got class. Blather's looking a little nerdy over there, but that's okay. I mean, he's looking younger. Brewster's got the age card 100% because Blathers is looking chipper in his human form. I thought those were just so fun. Blackie draws fantastic work. I love it so much. Make sure to check out the shirts. There's a link there. They're available for 2 weeks only. Special coupon code for you wonderful SwitchForce subscribers. Thanks so much for your support. Means the world to me. I'll see you guys on the next video and over on our Discord. Switch Strong, a fun, safe, positive place to play Switch and talk AC with a whole bunch of other cool people. That community is growing daily and it is a glorious place. Plus, you can talk to me, ask me questions, and hang out. It's a good time. So is AC. So I'll see you on the next video. Until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic day. SwitchForce